Episode 8 Love on the Edge, Avery's POV. As the final days of her stay in Paris approached, Avery felt an overwhelming sense of urgency. Everything between her and Kaia had deepened, but the reality of their looming separation made each moment bittersweet. On their last full day together, they took a walk by the Seine, where the vibrant city felt quieter, more intimate, as if time slowed just for them. Avery, lost in thought, wondered if this would be the last time she'd feel Kaia's hand in hers. "I don't want this to end," Avery whispered, more to herself than to Kaia. The fear of going back to Iceland, to her quiet life without Kaia's presence, loomed larger every day. She wanted to hold on to the connection they had built, but the physical distance between them felt insurmountable. Kaia, sensing Avery's unease, squeezed her hand and smiled softly. "It doesn't have to end. We'll find a way, Avery. We always do." They sat on a bench by the water, the sound of the river mingling with the hum of Parisian life around them. Avery leaned into Kaia, resting her head on her shoulder, feeling both comforted and terrified by Kaia's words. Kaia's POV. Kaia could feel Avery's anxiety rising with each passing hour. She was trying to stay strong, trying to reassure Avery that everything would be okay, but deep down, she wasn't so sure. The idea of going back to long distance felt like a regression, a step back after the intimacy they'd shared in person. As they sat by the river, Kaia's mind raced with thoughts of what their future could look like. She had never been someone who believed in long-distance relationships, until Avery. But now that she had seen what they could have, she wasn't ready to let go. Kaia pulled away slightly, tilting Avery's chin up so their eyes met. "I love you," she said, the words spilling out before she had a chance to overthink them. Avery's eyes widened in surprise, her breath catching in her throat. She hadn't expected to hear those words. Not yet, not while they were both so uncertain about the future. But hearing them felt like a lifeline, like something solid to hold on to in the midst of all the uncertainty. "I love you too," Avery replied, her voice trembling with emotion. Avery's POV. The moment hung between them, filled with unspoken promises and the weight of everything they had been through. Avery wanted to hold on to it forever, but reality was creeping in. Soon, she would be on a plane, and the distance between them would become real again. But as she looked into Kaia's eyes, Avery knew one thing for certain. Love was worth the risk. No matter how difficult it might be, no matter how far apart they were, she wasn't willing to give up on what they had. Avery leaned in, pressing her lips softly against Kaia's, letting the kiss say everything she couldn't put into words. Kaia's POV. As Kaia kissed Avery, she felt a surge of hope. It wasn't going to be easy, but she had never been more certain of anything in her life. They would figure it out, together. When they finally pulled away, Kaia smiled, her heart racing. "We'll make this work, Avery. We'll find a way." Avery nodded, tears shining in her eyes. "I know we will." For the first time in days, Kaia felt a sense of peace. The future might be uncertain, but they had love, and that was enough. On the next episode, only fate Avery and Kaia return to their separate lives, but the distance between them is harder to bear than they expected. With new challenges on the horizon, they'll have to fight harder than ever to keep their connection alive. Will their love withstand the test of time and distance, or will fate pull them apart for good? Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.